This week, I'll lead you through a gentle, hands-free morning yoga practice. We're going to do all movements lying down or seated, so there's no pressure on hands or wrists. Let's get started. For this week's practice, you don't need any props, just yourself, your mat, and a bit more extra space around the mat, as we are going to venture off the mat in a couple of poses. And then when you are ready, just bring yourself lying down on the back and give yourself a moment, maybe a few slightly deeper breaths in and out. You could have your knees bent, or you could extend your legs and send a couple of breaths down to the belly, down to the ribs, and up to the chest. So checking in with those full breaths in and out, starting to wake up the body with those slightly bigger, slightly deeper breaths. And then after those few breaths, bring your feet onto the mat if you had your legs extended. And you could open arms out to the sides like a cactus shape, opening across the chest. And we do a few windshield wipers, so just swinging the knees, swinging the legs from side to side. You could also turn your head from side to side if you want, but just see how that twist feels in your back now in the morning. Notice what you feel in your legs. And then after those few swings, bring your legs back to center. And bring your feet to a place where you could eventually move into a bridge. But then we start with some arm movements first. So bring arms back down next to your sides. As you inhale, lengthen arms up and overhead onto the floor. And as you exhale, bring arms all the way down, back next to your hips, so the arms slide on the floor. Stay. Inhale, lengthen arms overhead and onto the floor. And as you exhale, arms circle back down next to the sides. One more time, just like this. Just moving the arms. You can allow your upper back, allow your shoulder blades to move. And then we add a bridge. So now as you inhale, reach arms up. At the same time, lift your pelvis, your back off the floor. Arms go overhead. And as you bring your arms sideways down, slowly bring your back and your pelvis down as well. Couple of rounds like this. Inhaling, arms lifts up, pelvis lifts up. And exhaling, arms slide back next to your sides and pelvis comes back down. One more time. Inhaling up, opening through the front, and exhaling, arms come back and pelvis comes back down. And then for a moment, bring knees in towards the belly, towards the chest, and you could just hug your maybe elbows, arms around the legs and rock a few times from side to side. And then we're going to bring the feet back onto the mat. Open arms out to the sides. Now it could be more like a T shape, so extending the arms further. As you exhale, bring your knees towards the right side of the mat and then extend your left leg out, still reaching the left arm away from that left leg. And next exhalation, come back to center, bending both legs. Same to the other side. As you exhale, bring knees to your left side and then extend the right leg out. Right arm reaching away from that right leg. So like a big twist. Next exhalation, bring both feet back down. We'll repeat this. Exhale, knees to the right, and then extend the left leg out. And exhale back to center. Follow your own breath. Exhale, knees to the left, and extending that right leg out. Next exhalation, bring your legs back to center. One more time to both sides. So exhale, knees to the right, extend the left leg. And exhaling back to center, trying to keep the arms on the floor. One more time, exhale, knees to the left, and extend the right leg. And then exhale back to center. From here, we're going to reach hands forward and slowly, slowly roll the back up. And then hug the knees, lean over the legs. You can drop your head down. Just a couple of breaths in and out. Send those breaths towards the back side of the body, really feeling the breath opening up the back side. And then bring yourself into a seat. And now you could turn sideways on the mat so that you have a bit of space on both sides. And we're going to first move the arms. So find an easy, comfortable seat. It could be a cross-legged seat, or you might sit on your knees. And once you have your seat, inhale, lengthen arms up overhead. Exhale, bend the elbows, open arms into a cactus shape. Inhale, reach the arms back up. Exhale, twist to the right and open arms into a T. Inhale, lengthen arms up. Exhale, twist to the left and open arms into a T shape. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, bring arms sideways down. Same again. With your in-breath, lengthen arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms, open the chest. Maybe there's a mini back bend. Inhale, lengthen arms up. Exhale, twist to the right, open arms to a T. Inhale, lengthening arms up. Exhale, twist to the left, open arms into a T. Inhaling arms up. Exhaling, release the arms down. Just take a couple of breaths in and out. Maybe hands resting on your knees, resting on your thighs. Just notice your breath after that moving, breathing exercise. Let your shoulders relax, let your neck relax. And then, in a seat, now extend your left leg out to the side and bring your right leg in front of you. So it's a bit like a half butterfly. Find a place where that left leg, where you're not hurting in the knee, you're not hurting in the hip, and you could still sit on both buttocks. Now, your left arm could reach towards the left foot, or you bring your left arm to rest somewhere in front of you. We're going to inhale, reach the right arm up, exhale, bend to the left. And then with the inhale, the right hand reaches in front of you and lifts you back up, like the right hand pulls you back up. Same again, as you exhale, bend over to the left, the arm goes over. Next in breath, the right arm reaches up, lift lifting you back up. Couple more times. Exhale, bending to the left. Inhale, the right arm reaching you back up. One more time. Exhale, bending to the left. And inhale, the right arm reaches up. And now you're going to reach both arms up towards the ceiling. Trying to lift you up, lengthen the spine. And then exhale, release the arms down. Bring your legs, your feet into a butterfly shape. This could be quite wide butterfly shape. You could rock a bit from buttock to buttock, finding where your hips are happy. And then you could either bring hands around your feet, or you could reach your arms under your knees, turn palms up towards the ceiling, like the turtle pose. As you inhale, reach your head slightly forward, and exhale, bending down. So remember, you could have your hands around the feet or arms under your knees, finding a forward bend. Trying to find a place where you could release the shoulders, release the head down. And again, focus on breathing towards the back side. So it's a full forward bend. And the forward bends might feel really tense, really tight in the morning, so be gentle. If having arms under the legs don't feel good right now, don't force yourself. Be gentle. Keep breathing. Take a couple more breaths in and out, softening through the hips, through the back, through the shoulders, through the neck. And then with your next in-breath, start to bring yourself up. If you had arms under the legs, just slide them out, open the chest. And then we're going to extend the right leg out to the right side. Leave the left leg in front of you. And again, you might reach your right hand towards the right foot, or you could just bring that right arm in front of you. We're going to go into those side bends. So now inhale, reach the left arm up. And as you exhale, bend over to the right. The left arm goes over. Inhale, bring the left arm in front of you, and then the left arm lifts you back up. Same again. Exhale, bend to the right, and inhale, let the left arm lift you up. Same 2 more times. Exhaling, bending to the right, and inhale, the left arm lifting you up. 1 more time, exhaling to the right and inhaling up. And then again, reach both arms up, lifting up through the back, like somebody's pulling your arms, your head up towards the ceiling. And exhale, release the arms down. Then bring your legs into one more cross-legged seat. And find an easy place to sit. And we start to circle the pelvis. So now imagine you're moving your pelvis, the weight, along a circle, allowing your lower back to move. And once you've found that circling movement, maybe it could spread further into your spine. You let your chest, your neck, your head move. Change direction. Now notice how you breathe, and notice where you breathe in. Notice where you breathe out. And just allow that movement to go through the pelvis, through the spine. Maybe shoulders follow that movement as well. Couple more circles, really waking up the spine. And then after the next circle, bring yourself back to center. You could bring one hand onto the chest, the other hand down to the belly. And then give yourself a few slightly slower breaths here in and out. This is our final pose, our final seat. Let your pelvis ground down. And let your spine lengthen up, leaving that space into your back, leaving space into your hips, your shoulders, leaving all that space for your breaths to move into. Leaving that freedom for your breath for the day ahead. Take another breath here in and out. You could let out a sigh. And then if it's a part of your practice, you could bring your palms together in front of the chest. And as always, at the end of the practice, most importantly, thank yourself for taking some time to move this morning, for waking up your spine, your breath. And I thank you very much for joining in, for moving together. Namaste. Thank you. And I wish you a wonderful day ahead.